following is a presentation of DRG Media Group Sports.
It's time for Pierre Governors Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRG Media Group. Governor Sports is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Ram Tire, and by Zander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service of Pierre. And now, Pierre Governors Sports on the official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Hey, thank you very much, and a good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Another day of high school basketball coming your way as we open the season. The Pierre Governors on the boys' side of things do in Rapid City. Last night, a good start for the Govs. They get a 62-54 win over the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Today, they come to the middle of town at Nas Gymnasium at Rapid City Central High School. It'll be the Governors against the Cobblers here today. River 92.7 with live streaming with the help of Caleb Brozick and Live Ticket. You can watch this game as well as hear it on our DRGnews.com website, the River 92.7 page, the DRG News web, I should say the mobile app on your smartphone device, and also you can see it at gogovs.live through the Pierre School website, among others. The girls game going on also on KGFX. The Governor girls are hosting Rapid City Central today after losing to Rapid City Stevens last night. Central lost at Aberdeen, and those two teams will look for their first win today on KGFX. Today, both of our boys teams will look for a second straight victory as Rapid City Central's boys got a convincing win over Aberdeen Central here on their home floor last night. That was 66-38, and a couple of different type of victories for each of these teams respectively to open the season last night. William Wilson will run our show from studio with technical direction, and again, I'm Brian Oakland with the play-by-play coming up as we bring you Pierre and Rapid City Central boys basketball. Let's start with an opening 3-minute timeout. We'll get into our Bank West pregame show. It'll be Bank West for the best, and we'll talk about how things went last night. We'll get a little more in our pregame show tonight, this afternoon, than we did last night. We'll talk to both head coaches and give you keys to success, starting lineups, and all of that we normally do in our Bank West pregame show. Sophomore game, by the way, 2 minutes to go. Rapid City Central leading 50-40, make it 50-42. Central won the JV game by 6, 54-48, and a pretty good ball game as well. High school boys coming up after a 3-minute timeout, our Bank West pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West insurance agents Sam Kennecke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Welcome back to Rapid City Nas Gymnasium at Central High, and welcome to our Bank West pregame show. I'm Brian Oakland. Again, Bank West for the best. A lot of folks, maybe traveling and certainly getting ready to travel for the high school winter sports season. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all when we're on the road for whatever the reason, certainly for the holidays as well, that snow means slow. Slow the drive. Arrive alive. Drive for the conditions. You've got some place to be. It starts with you as well. Reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Well, let's take a look first in the state of basketball, how things went last night to open the high school boys basketball season. Of course, the Governors win at Rapid City Stevens, 62-54. The Central Cobblers, as mentioned, 66-38, a resounding win over Aberdeen Central here last night. Although all the other games, other than Spearfish and Bellevue, Spearfish handled the Bronx 67-34. Everything else was back east as Sioux Falls Lincoln, the top seed in the preseason, or the top ranked team preseason, defeats Sioux Falls Washington last night 66-59. Roosevelt beat Jefferson 63-58. O'Gorman over last year's champion Brandon Valley in overtime 48-41. And Watertown beat Brookings 66-45. Harrisburg with a 54-46 win over Yankton. Huron, a nail-biter with a win over T-Area. In fact, T-Area had a 55-50 lead or something like that in that game. At one point, Huron comes from behind and wins at T-Area by 2. And that's the boys' schedule from last night. The girls' games, as mentioned, the Governors lost to Rapid City Stevens 59-27. But Central also lost at Aberdeen Central 53-32. So pretty good matchup going on there, and we'll check the score in a moment. Elsewhere last night, Sioux Falls Jefferson over Roosevelt 59-48. Washington over Lincoln 57-12. Lincoln going to struggle again this season. Harrisburg over Yankton 60-38. Brookings over Watertown in overtime in Brookings make it 43-41. T-Area defeats Huron 64-46. And it was Spearfish over Bellevue in girls hoops last night, 32-33. Today, so far, as we check in on the Governor girls, they've got a 20-18 lead early in the second quarter, so a high-scoring affair. And again, that one going on KGFX 1060 AM and 103.1 FM. Stevens and Aberdeen are at 9-9 late in the first quarter. Early on, boys scores so far today, nothing to report. The games that are scheduled, including these two out in Rapid City. Of course, Aberdeen Central is out at Stevens today. Meanwhile, tonight, O'Gorman plays Roosevelt in Sioux Falls, and Douglas and Rapid City Christian will play a Black Hills Conference girls and boys doubleheader at Christian High School this evening. So that's the boys' schedule. Schedule in the week ahead. Governors won't play again until Friday and Saturday with Sturgis and Spearfish coming to town. The girls will head out to the Northern Hills. But Tuesday night in boys hoops, it'll be Mitchell at Watertown, Huron at Brookings in the ESD. Yankton hosts Sioux Falls, Washington. Harrisburg plays host to Sioux Falls, Lincoln. And Sturgis out in the hills hosting Lead Deadwood. Brandon Valley goes to Sioux Falls, Jefferson Thursday night. Brookings at T area. And once again with Pierre and Sturgis and Spearfish. Sturgis Friday night at Riggs High Gym. Spearfish Saturday afternoon. The Rapid City schools will go to Huron and Mitchell. In boys hoops, the schedule is inverted or reversed when you look at the girls' side of things. That's the state of basketball so far here in the early point of the season. Cobbler sophomores with a 52-45 lead over the Governors. We've got 13 seconds left yet in the sophomore game. Here's a quick look at some upcoming Governor sports. We've given you the basketball schedule going on right now, too. The Rapid City Invitational Wrestling Tournament, and the Pierre Governor wrestlers are doing quite well in that tournament. Always a big tournament. If you place in Rapid City, you're pretty much going to place well in the state tournament. That's the rule of thumb. Sturgis has 185 points as we speak right now. Winners wrestlers are doing very well. And Caleb Brozick, proud of that, I'm sure. 174.5, so they're 10.5 points behind the Sturgis Scoopers. The Governors are another 17.5 behind Winter, but they're in a third-place spot right now at 157. Watertown next behind them at 153.5. And another team that's always pretty good is Bismarck. They're in fifth place, but back in the pack at 129. That's the boys' side of things, and I didn't get a chance to check the brackets, but if I get an opportunity to later on, I'll do that. Last night, I couldn't get the team scores for girls, and that still was the case when I checked today. However, I did look at the brackets for girls, and the Governors have 3 in the finals, and Shaylee Speck, Lexi Hilmer, and Kesri Benning, as they are all into the finals of their respective weight classes. So Governor girls look to be doing quite well. They are the 4-time defending champions. The sophomore game ends now, 52-45. Governor sub-varsity teams off to 0-2 starts, the freshmen included in that conversation as well. The varsity will try to go 2-0, however. We'll talk to the coaches all about it. Keys to success will be coming up next. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll speak with TJ Hay of Rapid City Central in a little while, but Larry Aker, the new head coach of the Pierre Governors, coming up in our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success. That comes back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Governor Basketball on River 92.7, live streaming at drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Well, Governors go to game number 2 in the opening weekend of the season. We'll talk keys to success with Larry Aker, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach, a good win to start off last night. You matched up pretty well against a Rapid City Stevens team that I think on paper there's a lot of similarities. And we talked last night about the runs that you had to kind of keep the momentum on your side. And the bottom line is in the fourth quarter, every run that Stevens had, you had an answer for. And that's good to see right away.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking back on the game, that actually the only quarter we didn't win last night was the fourth quarter score-wise, but we only lost that by 2. So, that is kind of one of our goals in each game is, if you win each quarter, it's hard to get beat. So, we're looking forward to that, again tonight, doing that same thing. I like to see maybe a little bit better defense, especially after watching the first couple games here.
I think last night was also an example of how you play a little more physical, you get the upper hand, and I think that showed in the rebounding, especially after the first quarter. But I think the better physical team won last night. Yeah, absolutely, and I think you'll see the same thing here today. Is we need to be physical and without fouling. I thought we did a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble last night. Deal had a couple early, but for the most part we stayed out of foul trouble, and they let them. It was physical inside, and I think we have the same officials here this afternoon, so we expect kind of the same thing inside, and and then the perimeter, you just got to be smart. You can't be hands all over them and reaching and getting silly fouls. So it was a good offensive run last night. I think it still could have been better if you just make a few more bunnies from in close. I know that's easier said than done because you got a lot of hands and a lot of chaos under the basket all the time. Yeah, and we've been in practice. We've been working with finishing with contact because we know it's probably going to be like that all year. So just got to keep getting better and focus on when you go up, not necessarily making a move, just do one move instead of 2 moves, and absorb that contact, focus on your spot on the board, and put it up there softly. All right, Rapid City Central today, they had a nice easy win over Aberdeen Central last night. Central and Stevens, I think we compare them a lot and assume them to be similar teams, but I think Rapid City Central does have a little bit of an upper hand if you look at the on-paper matchup between those two teams, and maybe a tougher matchup for you today. Yeah, a couple starters they got coming back, and
They shot the ball well last night. So again, we're going to have to, make them uncomfortable. Don't give them, our big rule is don't let them shoot where they catch. That's going to be, again, true today. We're going to have to make them put it on the ground. And then, when they kick it out, we're going to have to run at them, make them put it on the floor again, not let them shoot where they catch. They're rhythm shooters, and you make a high school kid shoot off the bounce, not as effective as, catch and shoot. So that's going to be one of our keys is, not letting them shoot where they catch it.
In Stevens last night, they really wanted to shoot the threes. I think Rapid City Central is a team that they'll definitely light you up if you let them.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see kind of the same thing. More 3-point attempts than probably 2-point attempts. But, they did a good job last night. Central did of getting out in transition and making easy buckets. So, again, we're going to have to get back and stop the ball and be good in transition defense as well.
Okay. Any other keys to success today?
But, again, you got to take care of the ball. And, hopefully a little better efficiency inside the paint. We got to be shooting, upwards of 70% when we get the ball in the paint. So I think that's, again, one of the keys, and just a little better defensively, and got to rebound the ball.
Absolutely. Coach, good luck today. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Larry Aker, the new head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments and keys to success in our pregame show are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre, as we'll hear from them. And then we'll talk with TJ Hay of Rapid City Central as keys to success continue next to Pierre Governor basketball.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128 for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Keys to success continue. The home head coach is our old friend TJ Hay of the Rapid City Central Cobblers. And Coach, you get off to a good start last night, 66-38 against Aberdeen Central. And, maybe Aberdeen's going to have some struggles. I think a lot of teams are just finding their way so far, but just in the obvious flow that you had offensively, so far, so good. I'd call it a pretty good start for you.
Yeah, it was a good start, I was really surprised how well we played defensively as a group and rebounded really well. I think we might have had more offensive rebounds last night than we did all last season. And, it was right from the very first play, our energy level was really good. And, this is a group of seniors that have been playing together since they were third graders. And, they all played on the same traveling team. And it kind of showed last night that, they kind of have a feel for each other. And it was a really good start to the season.
I think you've got a group of guys that, as far as offensive rebounding goes, that are going to be, you've got the height, and maybe you've got that advantage over a lot of the teams that you'll see this year.
Yeah, the one thing that they're really good at is just like getting to the ball. We're not overly huge, but we ran some balls down last night, and got the 50-50 balls quickly, and we had guys laying on the floor, had great hustle plays last night that turned into big buckets, and that's really how we stretched it out. It was like an 8-point game for a long time, and we just had some really good defensive plays that turned into layups and just kind of stretched it out, and just played well as a team.
Well, you just sound like you're in mid-season form already.
Yeah. We had a referee jamboree scrimmage, and it was nothing like that last night. But we fortunate enough we played a lot of kids because we've had some sickness this week, me included. But we've had one starter was out 3 days of practice, and we got another kid that's a JV kid that hasn't been in all week, and just kind of started circling around. So hopefully we take care of business today and get healed up tomorrow, and get everybody. We haven't had everybody at practice all week, so we're hoping Monday.
All right, with Pierre coming in here today, and of course they get a win over Stevens last night. Pretty good matchup and a tight game all the way. What'd you see out of that? What do you expect from them today?
I thought the game was super physical, big defense side. That's one thing we don't have. Owen Bissonet's really a 4-man. We had to convert him to a 5-man because of a football injury, but he played well last night at the 5 spot, and we're going to have to give him some help because. He doesn't weigh a lot, but he's a good jumper and did a really good job of rebounding. But, we're going to have to definitely take care of the block. And then, of course, the point guard, Corday, we're going to have to, he's super athletic.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit bigger than our guards. We're like, it might say 5'9" on the roster, but it's probably 5'7.5". So we're going to have to be in gaps and help out on penetration and not give up easy baskets.
All right. Any other keys to success for you today?
I think we've, last year we were on the road. It's a little bit different, and we talked about how, we played decent the first night and got to bounce back on the second day, and we just, got to be ready, show up and play. And I told the scoreboard will take care of itself. We don't need to worry about that. We just got to keep better at things that we're doing. And even though we played decent last night, there's a lot of room for improvement from game one. And then, we got to take care of the ball better. I think we had 16 turnovers last night. So a good portion of those were unforced. And, we're going to have to shoot the ball a little better if we're going to see that 2-3 zone. And I think we're good defending and rebounding, but we just got to, put everything together.
Okay. Coach, always appreciate your time. Good luck
Thank
today.
you.
TJ Hay, the veteran head coach of the Rapid City Central Cobblers, actually at one time was the coach of the Stevens Raiders as well. He's been here for, I'm guessing, about 10 years now as well. Coach's comments, keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Starting lineups, let's give you those right now. Right now brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Again, meeting the Pierre Governors is Logan Whitty, is one guard, a 5'11 junior. Corday Austin, noted by Coach TJ Hay, a 6'3 senior. Corday led the Governors with 19 points last night. Caden Ahart's a third guard at 6'2. And a junior. The forwards are Lincoln Dilgis, a 6'4 senior, Cooper Terwilliger in the post at 6'6, and a junior for the Governors. 1-0 with Whitty, Austin, Aharts, Dilgis, and Terwilliger. Sincere Wilson and Jaron Deal, who came off and had a great game last night as well with 14 points. They will be the first two off the bench for Coach Larry Aker and Skip Kurth and Craig Allman and Kelly Brandt assisting as well for the Governors. Let's hear from Envirotech. We'll meet the Central Cobblers next as Governor basketball continues.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Starting lineups for Rapid City Central, and this one brought to you by Envirotech. Guards include Preston Yellow, who runs the point, listed as a 5'9 senior. Sean Smith, a 5'11 senior guard. And in the front court, it'll be Waylon Benbow, a 6' senior forward. Julius Duran at 6'4 and a senior. And Owen Bissonette, a 6'4 senior as well. 5 seniors start, and they've been together for a long time here at Rapid City Central. Preston Yellow, Sean Smith in the backcourt, Bissonette, Benbow, and Duran up front. Logan Soderlin, who is a starter capable player, but missed some practice this week, according to the coach. He'll come off the bench, a 6' senior. They'll also see Robert Steele, a 6' junior. Dorian Galiga, 6'5", with some height off the bench. He is a junior. And Lincoln Williamson, a 6'5 freshman, set to play some today as well. TJ Hay, the head coach of the Cobblers, assisted by Connor Burchell, Noah Hammerbeck, Josh Mock, and Vince Spees. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. The other starting lineup is the naming of today's game officials, and our game officials are the law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. 2 of the guys we saw last night, Mike Kirkaby and Alan Schmaltz, and also Nick Gottlob, who will be the third official today. Now, we saw Shane Gottlob last night. Today is Nick Gottlob along with Al Schmaltz and Mike Kirkaby. Thanks, guys, for being our law on the court. We appreciate everything our game officials do in officiating high school sports, very oftentimes a thankless job. So let's give them all their due respect. Even if you think they're not doing a very good job, they're doing a lot better than we are, because we aren't the ones out there officiating. It's not an easy gig. And again, the law on the court brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. We pause for 2 minutes. We're tipping it off. The Governors and the Cobblers here from Rapid City as the boys take to the court when we return. Governor basketball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District, backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Back in Rapid City as the Governors and Cobblers get set to go. Starting lineups on the court still coming up, but Brian Oakland with you. Our starting lineup, play-by-play, along with Caleb Brozick on camera for live ticket. Remember to watch this game at drgnews.com and your DRG News smartphone app. William Wilson doing technical direction on the court. Just got a text from Justin Cowart at halftime at Riggs High Gym in the girls game. The Governor girls on top 34-28. That game on River 92.7. As the starting lineups come here from Rapid City, once again, a quick checkup of what's to come in Governor Sports with the basketball teams in Rapid City this weekend. The wrestling teams out here in Rapid City as well. We'll get you another update later on. I did see Alex Odekoven of the Pierre Governors will be the 144-pound champion. He's matched up with Hudson Cesar of Sioux Falls Lincoln in the title match, but Cesar has yielded that one due to medical forfeits, so a great tournament for Alex Odekoven to start his wrestling season. Gymnastics will go to the Mitchell Invitational next Saturday for their next competition. Hockey is in action this weekend. The Hawaii Capitals girls were at Sioux Center last night. They play Sioux Falls Flyers today, and that match starts at 2 o'clock. The boys will play Sioux Center, Iowa today, and again at 5 o'clock, and then again at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Comtech brings your opening tip coming up next, and we'll tip it off. Comtech in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech Communication and Electronic Sales and Service. And before we tip this one off, you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Comtech opening tip-off is up and controlled by Rapid City Central, but the first pass is stolen by Corday Austin. Corday looking to go the distance, but he will get hung up and travel with it. Rapid City Central got a hand on it, so back-to-back turnovers for both teams to start. That quickness of Corday Austin already a little bit of a factor defensively for the Pierre Governors, but we remain scoreless. Brian Oakland again, play-by-play. Welcome aboard. Travel day for the Governors, or a non-laundry day. So you've got the Governors wearing their home whites here at Central High. Rapid City Central wearing their road reds on their red court and in their red gym. A baseline jumper from the left side is up and no good, in and out, with the miss by number 3, Preston Yellow. But the Governors will knock it away out of bounds. Central will inbound from there. They get it into Owen Bissonette. Set it up with the 6'4". Julius Duran tries to split defenders, fumbles it, and loses it. Picked up by Cooper Terwilliger. The Governors have their second takeaway. Austin will spot up for 3, but that's a little bit long from the right wing. Kept alive Lincoln Dilgis, but nope, it's into the hands of Rapid City Central and Waylon Benbow. So the Governors come up empty, still scoreless, as both teams are 0 for 1 with a minute gone by. Central moving from left to right as Austin gets a hand on the pass. Governors, again, moving right to left here in this opening half of play. Both teams trying to get their footing, their bearings about them here in the early going. Central with it down in the corner, baseline. Bissonette brings it back out. Sean Smith over to the near side, Preston Yellow, and Dilgis with a hand on this pass, and he'll collect it at the base, at the sideline. So 3 turnovers for Rapid City Central, 2 steals for the Governors from Austin and from Dilgis. As Caden Ahart sets things up, and here's a hack of Corday Austin by Julius Duran. So the first foul of this afternoon's events will be registered by Rapid City Central. 6:28 to play. From the Central bench on the far side of the court, Ahart throws it in, finds Dilgis, comes to get it back. Ahart's behind the back, fumbles the dribble, picks it up, and still maintains possession, fortunately for the Govs. Now another quick hands play as Preston Yellow will come up with the steal. Took that one away from Ahart. Central back the other way. There's Smith to Yellow, top of the key. Gets through and around Logan Whitty, but now the pass kicked out right into the face of Caden Ahart. That's a steal. He's able to maintain control himself. Here's Dilgis leaning in for a little 8-footer on the lane, and Lincoln Dilgis starts the scoring with a 2-0 lead. And the Governors took a while, but with 5:48 to go, Lincoln Dilgis puts Pierre on top first. Central will look to counter. Left-handed zip pass underneath from Smith, looking for Bissonette. That was a beautiful look, but that's too quick and through the hands of Bissonette. That's out of bounds. 5 turnovers here for Central. Things not starting as smoothly today as they did last night in their easy win over Aberdeen Central. Corday Austin on the wing. Underneath, Cooper Terwilliger, right block. Double team. They'll get it to Dilgis. Back to Coop. And that shot is challenged. Up no good. Didn't quite make it to the rim. Taken down by Bissonette. Here comes Duran on the move. He might have gotten grabbed by Terwilliger, but Julius Duran on the drive from the left side will score, and we're tied at 2. Governors, Terwilliger in particular, struggled with the Bunnies last night, hoping to see a little more success with that today. Here's Dilgis from Ahart, who gave him a skip pass to the left baseline, and Lincoln Dill just swishes one from 10 feet. Governors back in front, 4-2. Under 5 to go, 4:45 counting down quarter number 1. Sean Smith, top of the key, looking for 3, and that one rattles the ribbon structure. So that'll be ruled out of bounds as it bangs off of the back of the rim. So good start for the Governor girls. 6-point lead at halftime today. Governor boys off to a 4-2 start with 4.5 minutes to go. We're in the first period of play. First pass from Austin, and Preston Yellow knocks that one away to the scorer's table. First substitution gets in is Jaron Deal, 14 points at Stevens last night, checking in for Caden Aharts. Corday Austin will take the inbound and set things up from right to left. Again, the Governors in white today with the green numbers and trim. And Logan Whitty wanted to get an alley-oop, maybe backdoor pass to Austin. But Yellow slaps that ball right back to him and out of bounds. I was watching Austin. He's being guarded by Julius Duran, two really good athletes. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch. They've got it right here on the top. Austin with it. 3 on the shot clock. Quick fire, Logan Whitty, 4-3, and that from the left wing off the mark. Rebound is down to the Cobblers. Still 4-2 Governors. Here's Duran on the left wing. Into the paint, he'll kick out. Now back to Preston Yellow, fakes the 3. He gets it off instead. Good ball movement around the perimeter, and now inside as Sean Smith feeds Owen Bissonette, who puts it up and in for 2. Tied at 4. Trading baskets so far, even though the scoring has been a little bit slow. We've got 3.5 minutes to go, quarter number 1. Terwilliger off the block, right side, zips it back out to Deal in the corner. Now to Corday Austin, that rims in and out. That's halfway down, but it comes back out. Sean Smith again, smallest guy on the court with his second rebound. Has it back from Yellow, far side, Duran looking baseline, nothing there. Closed off by the Governors. Now back out to Smith. Near side, Yellow. Down to 21, Waylon Benbow. He'll drive and score, and he'll put Rapid City Central on the board, or in the lead for the first time at 6-4. Waylon Benbow, just a 6-footer. There are taller guys out there, but he's got a big body, big frame, wide shoulder base. And we've got a moving screen here called against the Governors. An offensive foul. That'll be their first turnover, and this one goes against Logan Whitty. His first personal foul. Third turnover for Pierre as they'll come up empty and trail 6-4. Central coming back with it. Logan Whitty will check out. And Aharts, who was the first one to come out of the game, is back in for the Governors. Here's Smith right in front of us to Duran. He'll back out beyond the arc and fire a 3 on the wing near side, but that is missed. Austin with the rebound. And then had the dribble knocked away out of bounds. We seem to have that as the first rebound for the Governors. I might have missed a couple already. I'm not in midseason form yet. I'll just say that statistically. Here comes Aharts, picks it up, gets it back to Deal. Now Austin fakes a 3 in front of Coach TJ Hay on the Central bench. Now it's inside to Aharts, back to the elbow. Deal just too much, but there's Deal off the glass with an offensive rebound and the putback. Jaron Deal with his first basket. And the Governors match Central at 6-6. Under 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Here at Nas Gymnasium. A lot of red, especially when the Cobblers are wearing red, as they are today. Duran against Deal, who is defending him, but this is a 2-3 zone, so not a man-to-man situation there. Duran with a floater from the free throw line. Nice shot up and in. 8-6 Central. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Aharts right to left across the time stripe. Nifty dribbling to keep it away from Sean Smith. He'll yield to Corday Austin now. Austin held in check so far, 0 for 2 on the floor after scoring 19, including a couple of threes last night. Here's Aharts for 3. That one is in and out, no good. Duran will board. Here come the Cobblers again. Duran hesitates, looking to get around Aharts. A scoop with the left hand. Good effort, no good though, as it will not fall. Aharts will rebound, still 8-6 Rapid City. Into the final minute of the opening quarter. Aharts will put one up and in as he rattles it home from the middle of the lane. 2, 4, 6, and 8. We've tied at all of those point junctures so far. That's where we are right now, 8-8. 40 seconds counting down in the first. And a little push here from Aharts. Or what was it? I didn't see the signal. It's a turnover on Rapid City Central, though. Not a foul. I'm sitting courtside. Caleb Rosick is up in the top of the bleachers behind me, but one of the things sitting courtside is sometimes you get an official or a player in your way and you don't see everything that's being called, but a turnover for Rapid City Central gives it to Pierre. Shot clock and game clock are, well, shot clock's still on, virtually even, less than a second difference with the game clock. Pierre swings it around. Whitty is back in there. Here's Aharts in the left corner. Finds Deal. Still plenty of time. 15 to shoot. Closing out the quarter here. Aharts will reset. Backing it out near center circle. Now goes again to the left side. And wanted to shoot. Thought against it. 5 seconds. Here's Terwilliger. He'll fire a long one and hit it. From the perimeter, Cooper might have gotten away, I'll be honest, with a double dribble, but he struggled with the bunnies, but he steps out and hits a desperation perimeter shot for 2, and the Governors will take a 10-8 lead into the second quarter. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, Pierre 10, Rapid City 8. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball. We're back in 1 minute. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Smart groceries. Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Most people don't back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
To close out the quarter, and the Governors with a 10-8 lead as we begin the second period. Pierre with the basketball as well, but not for long as Logan Whitty loses the dribble. It's a steal for Preston Yellow, and he goes, tries to go the distance. Whitty catches up, but will commit his second personal foul to deny the layup. And we'll have our first free throws of the afternoon as Preston Yellow will go to the stripe. Central beat Aberdeen last night 66-38. So far having a tougher time with the Governors. But Yellow, the lefty, puts the first of 2 up and in. Logan Whitty once again with his second personal foul. First foul of the second period for the Govs. One more for Preston Yellow. Shot is up and good. Tied at 10. That's our 5th tie in the game. We've literally tied at every even numbered juncture in this game so far. Central had the lead once. Governors had taken it back, and now a loose ball on the court, and we'll have a jump ball, and Rapid City Central is going to have the arrow. Sometimes you get a coach who gets a timeout in there. I think Pierre had an opportunity to get one, but I don't know. As Larry Aker is barking something at Mike Kirkaby, but maybe they just didn't hear him ask for one. That's my guess. That'll be a turnover on a jump ball for the Governors, their 5th of the afternoon. Deal in here defending Preston Yellow, but again, Govs have been in 2-3 so far throughout. Yellow has it back on the top of the key, and Dill just ties it up. Dill just gets in the way and denies the pass as they were looking for Logan Soderlin, who was checked in to start the second period. Governors with 5 turnovers, but Rapid City now with 7. It hasn't been quite so crisp for them today so far. Here is Ahart's top of the key. He'll pull up, fire a 3. Nice touch on that one. Caden Ahart's second field goal is down, and we have our first 3-pointer of the game, 13-10, our score. Central works it quickly around. They get it into Duran. He tries to kick it back, but it's stolen by Corday Austin. Corday still with it. Pull up, 17-footer, right wing, no good. Deal underneath with another offensive rebound. He is fouled on the way back up. He'll go to the free throw line. Governors, in fact, Jaron Deal with 2 offensive boards so far, something Central did very well against Aberdeen last night. The Governors had a good number of offensive rebounds against Rapid City Stevens last night as well. We can see already, I think that's going to be a big key in this one. Who gets more rebounds, but especially on the offensive end. That foul goes to Soderlin, his first for the Cobblers. Deal's first free throw is good. Deal's second free throw is not. It's off the back of the rim, but an offensive rebound pulled down by Caden Ahart. Chance to reset the offense for Pierre, who has a 4-point lead at 14-10. Deal gets it down off the left block to Terwilliger. Post move, jump hook is up a little too strong. And Julius Duran will bring it down. Central with it. Soderlin fakes the shot, drives baseline, kicks out. Duran for 3 will not get that one. And a loose ball saved, but now into the hands of Terwilliger. The Governors will come back the other way. But a carry of the basketball here is called on Austin. He just had a little hesitation. He stopped on the wing and then held it, got the hand under the ball and wrapped back around and was called for that carry. So it's back to Rapid City Central. 14-10. We're 2 minutes into the second period. 6 to go here in the first half. Preston Yellow, left-handed scoop on the right side of the lane. It's up and good. Faked a little pass and then just scooped it home. Good play, 14-12. Central back within 2 as Ahart tries one from the baseline. Jumper fading away, will not go. Duran with the rebound. Still with it. Nope. Corday Austin with the steal. Corday with a breakaway. Jam! Two-hander down. Corday Austin. Right on the money. Highlight play. Just like that. Right on the money. Highlight plays are brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. They're a wealth member, SIPC. It's just waiting for something like that to happen. The Governors get the 2. Preston Yellow looks for 3, and then Terwilliger wants a rebound as that one comes away, but that one's affected by Bissonette from behind, and that'll be out of bounds off of Cooper T. 16-12. Our score. First jam of the year for the Governors. Here is Yellow for 3 in the corner. Duran with the assist, and we'll have a timeout called. Or no, we have a whistle. Well, Morris Yellow. It's a technical foul called on the 3, and I think he was taunting. This is my speculation. He hits that one in front of the Governor bench and may have taunted them on the way back. So a technical foul is called, and Corday Austin will get 2 foul shots on the other end of the floor and with an empty lane. First one is good. Governors will take that as a gift, and then, of course, they'll get the possession when we get back to play. 5:06 to go, second quarter. Govs led 10-8 after 1. They lead now 18-15 as Corday Austin makes them pay with a 2-for-2 trip from the free throw line. Sean Smith checking back in for Rapid City Central. And he is in for Yellow. Logan Soderlin back in there as well. As the Governors inbound from half court, we hit the 5-minute mark of the second period. Leading by 3. Austin fades away, tries to get it into Terwilliger, but it's knocked away by Bissonette. And now Duran up the floor. He gets a tough shot to fall. And a foul will be called, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Fast break there. Turnover into points, and the foul will go here on Lincoln Dilgis for the Governors. And Julius Duran will step up to the line to try to put a freebie down. It'll be his first free throw attempt of the day. That one's off the back of the rim. Long rebound comes away, and it's down to Corday Austin. Governors still lead by 1 at 18-17. Not quite to the halfway point of the second period. Here is Aharts. High post with it. Dilgis on the right side. Back to Aharts. Nothing doing for Lincoln. Now they'll try Austin left side. 12 to shoot. Austin was given space. Didn't pull the trigger. Dilgis will fire from inside the arc. 17-footer, too much. Sean Smith with the rebound. He'll just hit his first two on the floor, but has missed his last two now, and it's still 18-17. New player in here trying to get the entry pass, but it's knocked away by Aharts. Here will come away with it. That was Robert Steele, a 6-foot junior, who passed it, but passed it into traffic. Now it's Jaron Deal off the glass, too short, and Central knocks the rebound away. It'll stay with the Governors. Governors with a switch here. Sincere Wilson, 5'11". Senior comes in for the first time. Aharts finds Austin on the inbound. Back to Aharts. Now Austin again takes the handoff. Here's Caden Aharts to Jaron Deal, swinging around. Now Wilson from the corner, drives up in the air, and a good defensive effort by the Cobblers. Pierce still keeps it alive. Aharts for three, no good. Deal from out of nowhere with a rebound. Here's Wilson up and in for two. Jaron Deal with his third offensive board of the afternoon. He'll add an assist to it as Wilson puts his first basket down. Wilson defending against Sean Smith here. Governors lead is up to 3 again, 20-17. Quick fire for Smith, and the three-pointer rattles in and out, no good. Aharts rebounds for Pierre. Governors up the floor quickly, but they'll slow it up. Now to Dilgis, back to Aharts. Setting up the offense. 3:05 to go here, second period. Wilson between the legs, lost the dribble, and Sean Smith kind of pushed Sincere Wilson away so that he could go get the steal. And Sean Smith will lay it up and in. Tough break there for the Governors. Here's Terwilliger from close range. That's good, fed by Deal. Cooper Terwilliger with his second bucket has 4. Pierre leads by 3 again. Trading baskets, 22-19. Underneath, Smith tries to feed. Austin gets a hand on it. Give him the steal. That's a takeaway for the Governors. Aharts and company looking for more. Sincere Wilson, top of the key, right side. Now to Austin. Reset with Aharts. High screen, not much there from Dilgis. Aharts still with it, and a drive on the baseline. The layup is up and in. Good move and a good play there for Caden Aharts. 24-19. 5-point advantage for the Governors. Under 2 minutes to go. Pass errant, but run down by Sean Smith near the scorer's table across the way. To the corner, Bissonette. Waylon Benbow back in there. He'll feed to the corner. This time Steele looking for 3. That is no good. It'll dance across, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Pierre basketball. Preston Yellow checking back in. Rapid City Central girls had a good third quarter. They were down by 6 at halftime. They lead by 4 going to the fourth now, 42-38 in the girls game on KGFX from Riggs High Gym. Sincere Wilson with a couple of quality minutes, but checks out now. Bigs are in there with Terwilliger and Dilgis for the Governors. Aharts with it. Jaron Deal now in the corner. Minute and a half to play. Second quarter. Pierre led by 2 at 10-8 at the end of 1. They have a 5-point edge right now, 24-19. In the half circle is Dilges. Back to Aharts rather. Under 10 to shoot. Dilges will fire now on the top of the key. That won't go. Loose ball. It goes to Durand. Here come the Cobblers. Durand hesitates, and a blocking foul here as Dilges is taken to the floor. Might have tried to sell it a little bit. And Alan Schmaltz puts the call on the defender instead of the ball handler, who might have been a little bit out of control, but Lincoln Dilges with his second personal, and Julius Durand at the stripe to shoot 2. First one for Julius is up and off the mark, no good. 0 for 2 on the stripe so far, does have 4 points. Smith out, Bissonette in as the Cobblers get bigger with that swap. 1:04 to go, second quarter. And Durand eyes the mark and gets the second one to go. Lead cut to 4 here for the Governors, 24-20, 60 seconds to play, second quarter. Aharts, a quick effort to set things up here. Finds Dilges. Now Terwilliger off the right block. Underneath Deal. Shot was affected. Keeps it alive. Second off effort won't go. Deal again in among the trees. And now we've got a foul. Jaron Deal padding his offensive rebounding stats here, but he misses on a couple of short rangers. And it'll be Logan Soderlin with his second personal. Third team foul for Central here in the second period. Pierre will inbound. And that was put into traffic by Aharts, and that one's tipped and taken away. Give Bissonette the steal. Off the tip, Durand wants 3, and that's a swish. From Preston Yellow, Julius Durand now with 4 in a row, and that'll make it a 1-point game. 24-23, Yellow hounding Aharts, and Larry Aker out onto the court asking for a timeout. And Caden Aharts just wasn't able to advance it, so Aker gets the timeout. A Coca-Cola Bottling timeout. Timeouts in our broadcast from Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Let's pause for 30 seconds with 23 seconds to play in the first half. Pierre by 1 on River 92.7.
Their furnace until it's not working. But we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if the market
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Cola Bottling of Pierre sponsoring timeouts. Pierre up 24-23. Shot clock off as we close out our first half of play. 23 seconds to go as the inbound comes to Corday Austin. Corday with a monster jam earlier in this second quarter, but his pass here is stolen by Preston Yellow. And Preston goes the distance to lay it up and in. Rapid City Central with the lead now. 8 seconds left. Sincere Wilson shot up, affected. Terwilliger's second chance. There's contact, but nothing doing. And the Governors will come up empty to close out the quarter and the half here. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it'll be Rapid City Central 25 and the Pierre Governors 24. Central was down 24-19. But scores the last 6 points of that second period to take the 1-point advantage into halftime. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. And we'll reach halftime. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, get into our halftime break, sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza in Pierre. We'll talk about it when we come back in 3 minutes. Pierre Governor Basketball is on River 92.7, your official voice of the Governors, and drgnews.com.
What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, Even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olsen. Plenty of time. 3 seconds. Gets to shoot and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Buying or selling a home is a big decision. You need an expert who knows the market and gets results. Scott Darnall at Lee Real Estate in Pierre brings experience, local knowledge, and a no-nonsense approach to help you navigate every step. Whether you're looking for the perfect home or the best offer, Scott is committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Ready to make your next move? Call Scott Darnall at 605-220-2676. Lee Real Estate, Meredith Lee, broker, owner.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
At Iverson Auto, our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Generational success means different things to different people. But to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience.
Opening homestand of the season when they host Sturgis on Friday night, 7 o'clock, 6:30 pregame, and Saturday afternoon against Spearfish with those games as well here at River 92.7, the official voice of the Governors. And we're underway in our second half of play. Governors with the opening possession, trailing 25-24. Logan Whitty has it to our right now. The Governors are in home white today with the green numbers in trim, even though they're on the road. Got a push here on Corday Austin, called on Julius Duran. He'll be guilty of his second personal to start our second half of play. And again, Rapid City Central wearing their road reds so that Pierre doesn't have to do laundry while they're on the road, as they had their road greens last night at Stevens. Lincoln Dill just working it inside. Ooh, lowers the shoulder. The defender tried to sell it. Benbow, that's a no sale. And Lincoln Dill just will put it up and in from the middle of the paint. The Governors take the 1-point lead to start the second half of play. 26-25 Pierre. Whitty steps in front of a Duran pass. He'll knock it away. Corday Austin picks it up. As Duran goes for a steal, Austin plays keep away well. Feeds inside Cooper Terwilliger, who is subsequently fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go to the free throw line. This one goes to Owen. I thought Owen Bissonette, maybe not. I think they said a different name, as Terwilliger will spot up for 2 from the free throw line. Sean Smith, the guilty party on this one, instead of Owen Bissonette. First free throw is good for Terwilliger, his first attempt of the day. Second one is also good. Points numbers 5 and 6 for the 6'6 junior. First 4 of the second half to Pierre, and they lead by 3, 28-25, a minute gone by third quarter. Brian Oakland, glad to have you with us here, play-by-play. Live streaming with Caleb Brozick and live ticket at drgnews.com. Duran out on the left wing. As Central moves from our right to left. Is hip checked by Corday Austin. Corday will pick up his first personal. Then a reset here from the sideline throw in. Preston Yellow, deep 3, top of the key. That's off the back of the rim. Corday Austin bodies out. And we'll pull down the rebound. Pierre can look for more here. Corday back to Whitty. He wants 3, and that's in. Swish for Logan Whitty from Corday Austin. The Governors score the first 7 of the third quarter after Central scored the last 6 of the second period. Here with their biggest lead at 6 now, 31-25. 6:19 to play in the third. Here's a 3 to cut it in half. That's Sean Smith. As Waylon Benbow left him with that opportunity. 5 for Smith. Then the lead cut back to 3. Here's Aharts on the cut, fed by Terwilliger, and that's up and in for Caden Aharts as the Governors respond. And the lead back to 5, 33-28. Duran, quick fire 3 this time is good. Back-to-back triples for the Cobblers, and TJ Hay will take a timeout to talk about how things are going so far in the second half for Rapid City Central. 5:46 to play in the third. 33-31. Governors, a Coca-Cola timeout. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Welcome back to Rapid City. Good one going. We welcome those who have been listening to the Pierre Governor Girls, or maybe watching at Riggs High Gym. Governor Girls with a good fourth quarter and a 10-point victory over Rapid City Central today, 61-51. And welcome to our coverage of the boys here. Boys trailed by 1 at halftime, 25-24, but now they lead 33-31. But pass to from Aharts to Austin, gets away from Caden Aharts and floats over the top of Corday Austin. That'll be out of bounds. And the Governors turned it over for the first time in the second half. They're 11th overall in this contest. Again, 33-31. Rapid City Central's hit back-to-back three-pointers, though, in their last 2 possessions. They may try to hit another one here. We'll find out. Sean Smith leaves it to Waylon Benbow. Skips it across the way. Preston Yellow. He'll drive. Feed. This is Bissonette. Jump hook. That's off the glass. Too strong. No good. Corday Austin down with a Governor rebound. Here comes Aharts. He challenges two defenders. Layup. No good. Terwilliger tips the rebound, but Julius Durant has it down for the Cobblers. Julius still with it. He tries to a dipsy-do and a long-arm shot block by Terwilliger. Will deny that. Good play defensively for Cooper Terwilliger. Durant's had a pretty good ball game here. He's got 13 points, but denied that time. Now Dilgis will get into a tie-up with Bissonette. It's our first jump ball of the second half. Pierre started with the opening possession, so this possession stays with Rapid City. They'll inbound, still 24 on the shot clock, 4:40 counting down in the quarter. Preston Yellow from Sean Smith. Yellow drives. Governor's got good hands in there, but Yellow dishes it out to Benbow. His three-pointer will not go. Terwilliger rebounds. And here come the Governors, left to right. Austin for three in the corner is good. Fed by Whitty. Corday Austin, who has a slam dunk in this game, gets his first 3B. And he'll tally 7 to this point, 36-31. And on the drive goes Durant, slicing and dicing through traffic, out of control, but we'll get the benefit of the foul call here. Called on the Governors, and Cooper Terwilliger with his first personal. Second team foul in the quarter. Governors' lead is 5 at 36-31. Clock stops at 4:12 to play in the quarter. And Julius Durant's first of 2 is good. 2 for 4 on the line. That's his 14th point. And TJ Hay will send in Logan Soderlin. Lights in the bleachers section just went off across the way, and not sure if they're going to try to correct that. Nope, here they come back on just in time for the official to hand the ball back to Julius Durant. Second free throw this time is also good. 15 for Julius, 36-33. I grew up a Philadelphia 76er fan, so I'm a fan of any basketball player by the name of Julius. It's just goes with the territory. 4 minutes to go in the third, 36-33. The Governors looking to add. Here's Jaron Deal on the court for the first time in the second half. Austin down to Whitty, now to the free throw line. This is Dilgis, drives. Nice first step for Lincoln Dilgis. He'll lay it up and in. The Governor lead is 5 again. Dilgis with 8 points in the contest. 3:35 to go, 38-33 Governors. Central back with it, down to the baseline. Bissonette skips it out. Preston Yellow for 3, swish. That's his second of the day. This time he looks at his own bench instead of the Governor bench, which he did last time and paid the price for it with a technical foul. But the lead is back again to 2, 38-36. Whitty tries a 3 in the corner, but that's off the side of the backboard. Durant down with another rebound. He's collecting those in bunches today. Yellow wants another one, and he's got another one. Preston Yellow, bang, bang, bang. 3-ball, number 3. Dilgis on the move. Governors trying to get it back. This one by Yellow gives the Cobblers the lead back again, 39-38. And that is the 4th triple hit by Rapid City Central in this third period. Foul here against Deal is ruled on the floor. It is whistled on Logan Soderlin, who is guilty of his third personal. And Nick Gottlieb's going to have a conversation with players from both teams before the inbound to try to minimize any extracurricular activity. That gives Robert Steele a chance to check in for Rapid City Central for the first time in the second half. Govs with it. Terwilliger free throw line. Back to Caden Aharts. He'll leave it with Austin. Yellow gets in his way. Now bouncer to Terwilliger, who wrestles the ball away. Pierce still with it. On the move. And a nice finish to Logan Whitty. Shot is up and good. Governors take the lead back 40-39. We've got a good one here at Rapid City Central High. 2:20 to play in the third. Central hot from beyond the arc. Got to watch Preston Yellow. Governors still playing 2-3 zone. This is Duran. He'll get fouled and he'll hit a three-pointer. Deal got around to screen but got to him a little too late. Julius Duran hits the three, and Jaron Deal with his first personal foul. Chance at a 4-point play now for Rapid City Central. Central with a highlight play here, a group of them with all these three-pointers. They're the ones now that are right on the money here in the third period. Free throw is good to finish the 4-point play. Julius Duran right on the money. Highlight play is brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. 43-40. This is the biggest deficit the Governors have faced all weekend now in 2 games. There's a pass to Aharts, and again, Preston Yellow gets in the way. Aharts kicks it out of bounds. The Governors lose it on the turnover. Here has used one timeout. Seems like now would be a good time for another one, but Coach Larry Aker will wait for the time being. Cooper Terwilliger will check out. Dill just back in for the green and white. 43-40. It's the Cobblers in front now. Sean Smith looking to get into the three-point barrage. No good. Saves it back into the hands of Waylon Benbow. And another opportunity, this time in the corner. That one short by Steele. And it is Caden Aharts down with a rebound this time. Governors with it. Trying to get some momentum back in their favor from the high post right side. Lincoln Dilgis now to Austin. He's looking for 3. That one online right in front of me here. But it's off the back of the rim, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Cobblers still have it. Benbow in the corner, left side. Back to Preston Yellow. Jaron Deal is in his face. Here's Sean Smith again. Yellow, open again. This time, too much on it. It's off the backboard, no good. And there's contact here. Deal had it, but it's picked up by Dilgis instead. Preston Yellow, who has is 3 for 5 from long range. That's kind of a big miss as far as the Governors are concerned. That really could have boosted the Cobbler momentum. Here comes Deal. Blocking foul is called on the Cobbler defender. Layup won't go, but Jaron will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair, and the foul will go to Robert Steele. That's his first 4 for the Cobblers in the quarter. 33 seconds to play. We're in the third. 43-40. Cobblers in front. And again, the Governors had a 6-point lead at 31-25. Deal, with all the noise going on behind us, unfazed. His first of 2 is up and good. Julius Duran having an outstanding quarter of play, going to check out maybe for the last 33 seconds. Owen Bissonette takes his place down low on the lane. Second free throw for Deal is good. Jaron had 14 last night. So far today, he's been held to 5, but those are 2 big freebies, and the Governors are back within 1. 43-42. Baseline drive. Sean Smith, too much on it. Steele inside to keep it alive. He is fouled on the way back up. And for the Cobblers, who did not have an offensive rebound in the first half, have 2 of them here in the third period, rather. Foul called on Sincere Wilson, who has snuck onto the court for the Governors. Steele with a chance at the line. First one, though, no good. Rims that one in and out. He'll try for his first point, take 2. 22.7 on the third quarter clock. Second free throw is short, but the rebound is tipped out, and the Cobblers still have it. Thought that might have been Steele, who had it tipped back to him. Collected his own offensive rebound. Here's Smith on the drive. The runner won't go. Rattles in and out. Corday Austin rebounds. The Governors on short time will not get a shot up in the third period. will come to an end. Central led by 1 at intermission. Central leads by 1 as we'll go to the fourth. 43-42 score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Back in 60 seconds with a good one. Pierre High School basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Protect what
Welcome
matters
back
most.
to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
And the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881.
Back in Rapid, here we'll go to the fourth quarter. Governors will have the first possession. 18-18 was the third quarter scoring, and Rapid City Central still leads at 43-42. And they've countered a 5-point lead by the Governors in the second period and a 6-point lead by Pierre in that third quarter. Central hit 5 threes. In fact, they hit 5 field goals in the third quarter entirely, but they were all from beyond the arc. And they got some free throws to add to it as well. Here's Terwilliger inside, and Caden Aharts comes up short, but Corday Austin with a keep alive. Now Terwilliger misses. There's Austin again. Shot is up and good. And the Governors almost receiving some bad luck there in a lot of high contact play, but still Corday Austin bails them out and gives the Governors a lead back to start the fourth quarter. 44-43, loose ball. Logan Whitty hustling after it in front of the front of our table here courtside, but it'll be out of bounds. Good hands play there for Whitty. Starting 5 out there for Pierre. Robert Steele off the bench for Rapid City Central, still in there along with 4 starters. Actually, Soderlund is in there as well. He didn't start today either. 3 starters. Scoop up and in. Nicely done. Steele feeding Julius Duran. Duran having a big game. 21 now to lead all scorers. 45-44. Lead change number 9. Here's Dilgis. And the nice feed by Terwilliger. The good finish by Lincoln Dilgis will put it up and in. And Duran apparently crosses the end line as he inbounds it. And Rapid City Central will give it right back. 46-45. You can already sense this one's going to go down to the wire. Aharts needs some help to inbound. And they get the timeout. Nope, it's a 5-second violation. Aharts denied being able to get that one in play. Still a 1-point Governor lead. Central back on the attack from right to left. Duran around the top of the key. Preston Yellow with it. Waylon Benbow now. Back to Yellow. Governor's own defense trying to keep him at bay. Here comes Duran again, and there's contact, but it's straight up. It was Duran out of control. Cooper Terwilliger in control, and a good defensive play for Coop. The Governor's on the move. Yellow will knock one away out of bounds, though. And it'll be Pierre basketball. Just to my right here, down courtside. Once again, if you're watching it from the top of the bleachers, where Caleb Brozick is with live ticket. The entry here denied as Bissonette gets a hand on it. The takeaway for Duran. And Rapid City Central, as he'll try to seesaw back in front yet again. Yellow with it. Don't give him space. He's been pretty hot, but he's well off the mark as it turns out on this one. Might have thought about it a little too much. Misses it off the right. And the carom is out of bounds. It'll be Pierre basketball. And let's see. Caden Ahart's out. Jaron Deal in for the Governors in that play stoppage. 5:39 to go. Corday Austin will set things up for the Governors. Fakes to the left. Here's Whitty taking the pass in yellow. Comes after it, and Alan Schmaltz will quell things with them. Whitty actually kind of gave a little shove as yellow was called for the foul. Second for Preston, yellow. Whitty will inbound from the near side. And finally we'll get it into the backcourt to Jaron Deal. Deal brings it across against Soderlin. Central maintaining their man-to-man defense, and now as Deal drives, he'll get tripped up and be fouled in the act of shooting. This might be Soderlin's fourth. And it is. Logan Soderlin, who TJ Hay told me is a normal starter, but having been ill this week, missed practice a few times, so he came off the bench, but it hasn't been his day. Chance for Jaron Deal to put the Governors with a little bit of a cushion here. 2 shots coming from the stripe, and the first one is up and good. 1 in, 1 to go. Governors lead by 2. John Smith will check in for Soderlin again. TJ Hay told me Soderlin would be playing. I said, that's a wrestling name. But he said, no, he's got brothers who are basketball players, and one of them is now a bull rider as well. National Finals Rodeo in Vegas is finishing up tonight. Deal hit the second one. The Govs lead by 3. Now underneath Benbow, and Terwilliger is all over him. Surprised they didn't blow the whistle earlier, but underneath on the right side, Benbow goes to the left and then puts the shot up. And that's when Terwilliger gets him enough to draw the whistle. So Waylon Benbow goes to the free throw line. Another stoppage of play here, 48-45. Governors lead. Benbow, no good on the first of 2 here. Waylon just 2 points. Big physical 6-footer. Shorter than most out there, but still has that physicality. He's a strong kid. Second one is good. Good shooting touch that time for his 3rd point. We've got a 2-point game, 48-46. 5:09 to go. The Cobblers employing a full court press now. Guys are just banging around all the time. Austin and Julius Durant just went past me, and they're both giving each other this little shoves. I mean, a lot of unnecessary play, honestly, but here comes Dill just down the lane, and there's a reach against the Cobblers. Interestingly enough, 4:49 in this game. Both coaches have 4 timeouts to use yet. Foul this time goes to Sean Smith, his 2nd. Central has 3 in the quarter. The Governors have 1 foul. And Smith will cut in front of a pass and intercept to take it away. Turnover number 15 for the Governors. Back to the Cobs, who trail by 2. Smith dealing on the left side, gives it off to Preston Yellow. Now Deal on him. To the corner, Sean Smith for 3, and he hits one. Sean Smith to give the Cobblers the lead back. Here come the Governors, and Dill just has his shot blocked by Bissonette. Take away here. And the Rapid City Central Cobblers in business again, 49-48. Yellow back to Duran, fires another 3, so short this time. Deal will collect the rebound for Pierre. Governors up the floor. Here's Dilgis to Terwilliger. Pump fake. It's up, and it's good. And the Governors lead, and a timeout will be taken by Larry Aker and the Governors as they lead 50-49. That is our 12th lead change of the game. Timeout on the floor, and in our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling with 3:46 to play in a 1-point ball game. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Basketball.
With the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Listening to Pierre Governor basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. When you're distracted, who's driving?
Back with the Cobblers on the attack, right to left after a layup made by Cooper Terwilliger on a nice feed by Lincoln Dilgis. Two players right on the money with that highlight play, but Sean Smith is putting in highlight plays as well as he hits one in front of the net. Sean Smith with a big fourth quarter now. He scored the last 5 by the Cobblers. Here's Preston Yellow reaching in on Caden Aharts. And that'll be a foul on Yellow, who barks at one official. Got another one telling him to keep it smart. Yellow thought he saw a double dribble. Didn't get it. Another lead change back to the Cobblers in the meantime, though. Here's Aharts crossing over to try to lean in. Might have traveled with it, but his shot is blocked anyway. Picked up by Yellow. Aharts maybe trying to do too much on that play. The Governors come up empty. 3 minutes to go in, as my friend Darren Boyle would say, dare I say, regulation. Smith on the move. Triple teamed. Terwilliger's in there too. He'll kick it out. The 3 for Bissonette is well short, but the Governors will knock it away out of bounds. It'll still be Central basketball. That one grazed the rim, so they do get a new shot clock. 2:49 off of the inbound. Here's Duran. Deal defends, and Duran just stops, pops, shoots, and scores. 53-50, the last 4 to the Cobblers. They lead by 3, 2:35 counting it down. Austin to set things up for the Governors. He'll fire a 3 to tie. That's in and out, no good. Smith up high to get a rebound. Good for the Governors to play games like this. You got to find ways to win. You got to find ways to make plays. In tight contests, you don't know how many of these types of games you're going to see over the course of the season. Win or lose, you're getting good experience. Both teams are in this one. Of course, the Governors won a close game last night. Single-digit margin of victory. Bissonette for 3. Big fella makes one. I didn't think he had it in him with the way he shot that last one, but he hit a big one here. 6-point lead. Aharts will cut it back to 4. He'll get a floater off the front of the rim. Governors trying to get a full court pressure in here going. At 1:40 left in regulation. 56-52. We got a blocking foul on the court. And that'll be on Lincoln Dilgis. Third personal for Lincoln. Second team foul for the Governors in the quarter with 1:37 to go. And Pierre may have to start fouling again if they can't get the lead back in normal circumstances. Before the inbound, TJ Hay will take 30, and we'll take it with him. A timeout on the floor. Timeouts are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. 56.
Today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black
Welcome
Hills.
back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
.652. Both teams with 3 timeouts left, and all full timeouts for both teams. Central with a 4-point lead and the basketball, trying to keep the cushion ahead of the Governors. Pierre has had as big as a 6-point lead. Central just had a 6-point lead themselves, their biggest of the afternoon, at 56-50. Cobblers playing this possession patiently, at least for now, although Smith gets in the lane. Deal ties him up and knocks it loose, and the Governors, a jump ball Trying to get it back. It turned into a wrestling match. Dilgis, he's been in on a few of those, but this time it's just a jump ball, and the arrow still points to Rapid City Central. It'll reverse now after the inbound, but with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, the Cobblers will have to be cognizant of that. Quick three, Yellow in the corner. It's good. He inbounded to Duran, who sent it right back to Preston Yellow, and the Governors kind of forgot about him. 59-52, Rapid City Central in the final minute of regulation now. Here's Logan Whitty to Corday Austin. Back to Dilgis, now underneath Deal, it's good. Governors do not get a timeout here. Deal with the field goal. 59-54. Yellow on the skip pass, Duran backs it out. Pierre will foul as Deal is called with the hold. Second for Jaron. And again, Pierre has a few fouls to give yet. They've got to get back if they want to get Central shooting free throws. They'll have to continue to go for steals or at least get quick fouls to keep adding things up. 35 seconds left now, still a 5-point lead. 2 possessions in favor of Rapid City Central. Smith takes the inbound. Pierre is not fouling yet. Got to be honest, I just don't like, oh my goodness, that's witty, that's intentional. You just can't do that. And that brings the Central crowd to their feet. And Logan just came up and gave Sean Smith a 2-hand shove of Preston Yellow in the back. And Preston will get 2 free throws plus the possession. And again, the Governors should have fouled a little bit earlier in that possession. They had a chance down in the corner, didn't get that done. And, of course, by the time Preston Yellow gets the basketball back out on the top of the court, we've seen about 8 seconds tick away in that possession. Yellow misses the first free throw. But then by then, Logan Whitty's probably hearing foul, 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 and all he did was just, he just did a little too much. And Yellow has the second free throw rattle in and out. So fortunate for the Governors, this is still a 5-point game, 59-54, but Central gets the inbound again. 27 seconds left. That one close to center court. And Dilgis giving chase. Duran doing a good job of playing keep away. Now Dilgis is called for the foul here. That'll put Sean Smith to the free throw line. Again, a lot of seconds tick away. And we're down to 19.6 to go. Sean Smith to the line. Dilgis commits his 4th personal. So Smith, who's made some big shots, including a couple of threes. Well, I gave one to Preston Yellow that was, I gave one to Smith that was a Preston Yellow 3 earlier. Sean Smith. First one good here. Still a 2-possession game, but time running short for the Govs. 60-54. Second free throw coming. And it's good. Now a 3-possession game. 2 big ones for Smith. 61-54. Dilgis will cross the timeline. He'll fire a quick 3, much as he can. That's in and out. Off the glass and back in again. So Lincoln Dilgis gives the Governors a little bit of life. Cutting it to 4 with 11 seconds to play. 61-57. Full timeout taken by the Governors. Timeouts from Coca-Cola Bottling. Let's take this 30-second Coke break. We're back. See if the Governors can do something exciting when we return with more Governor basketball.
Wagner Auto Home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business.
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Right now, Central will inbound. Pierre going to have to either get a steal or a very quick foul. They take their third timeout. They still have 2 left. Central can still use one of 3 if they need to. Duran will roam the baseline. Here we'll get it in, or Central rather gets it into Preston Yellow. Sincere Wilson in there to help foul. And he'll pick this one up. That is his second of the game. Dilgis is the only one in real foul trouble at this point. He's got 4. But with 10 seconds left, Preston Yellow will go back to the free throw line. Preston with a big game, 18 points. Julius Duran has 23 on the board. First free throw here swishes home. That coming after Yellow missed 2 on the intentional foul earlier by Logan Whitty. 62-57. Whitty and Wilson are out. Second one for Wilson for Yellow rather is good. 63-57. 10 seconds left. Time's going to run out on the Governors here. Dill just crosses the timeline, looks for one more three-pointer. He gets it. Cutting it back to 3. Lincoln Dill just right on the money for 2 3-balls. Right on the money highlight plays. Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Now 63-60. One more 30-second step away we'll take with this Coca-Cola timeout on the floor. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back.
2 seconds left and hit a 3 to tie. And Preston Yellow outruns Sincere Wilson off of the inbound. The Cobblers get the ball up the floor away from the Governors, and they run out those last 3 seconds. A good ball game, but it'll be won by the home team here. Rapid City Central wins it on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard by the score of 63-60. Cobblers moved to 2-0 to start the season. The Governors, with 2 good games played, will fall to 1-1 to start this 25-26 basketball campaign. 63-60 score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Gales Gas Service in Pierre reminding you to use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. So we'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll talk about it with our Family Dental postgame coming up. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg as the Governors come up just short today. We're back at 3 minutes. This is Pierre Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Cubs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their wonderful patients for allowing us to treat their whole family, from infants to elders and everyone in between, including routine dental care, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, and many more procedures. We are excited that soon we'll be able to offer IV sedation. We are excited for what the future will bring. Call 224-7774 to schedule an appointment today. Again, thank you to all our wonderful patients.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District. Backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Welcome back to Governor Basketball here in Rapid City. Welcome to our Family Dental postgame. Another good ball game here today. Governors run into a couple of teams who are pretty evenly matched with them, I think, to start the season. And today they had leads like they did last night. Unfortunately, last night, as it was last night, they were able to preserve and protect the leads that they had. But Rapid City Central shoots three-pointers better than Stevens does, or than Stevens did last night. And Central hits 10 of them today, including 8 in the second half. And really, that's the difference. That's where the momentum swing came. And that's what gave Rapid City Central the lead, essentially for good in that fourth quarter, the 13th lead change of this game. There were 5 ties along the way as well, but really, I think a good ball game for both of these teams. And Coach Larry Aker has come to join us to talk about this one in our Family Dental postgame. We'll get him geared up. We'll give you the stats in just a little bit. Of course, we've got big plays of the game and your player of the game on the way, too. Coach Aker. Again, I turn myself off. I don't turn the coach up. Coach Aker, this is a good ball game. This is kind of what high school basketball is all about. But, I think even though you come up with a loss in this one, the one thought I had late in this game is early on, your first 2 games, you're finding out, that you're going to have to do things to try to preserve leads or try to maintain pace, get momentum back. It's good to play close games early on in the season, kind of set you up for the rest of the way. Unfortunately, you just come up short today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a takeaway from every game, whether you win or lose. Obviously, we want to win everything, but winning is hard, and they understand that. And credit Rapid City Central, they took advantage of our mistakes, and we made too many careless mistakes, in my opinion. And one of our keys was value the basketball before the game, and we struggled with that at times, and then we had a couple just mistakes defensively where we weren't doing our job, and we gave them an open look, and shooters shoot, and credit them, they knocked it down. And then once that they see that first one go in, they're looking for the second one. And number 3, he definitely took advantage of that. He hit 2 big threes, in my opinion, right back to back. And but credit our kids, they battled, and all you can ask for is a chance at the end to win the ball game, and we gave ourselves a chance, even with the mistakes that we made.
You look at a Stevens team last night who went 3 for 16 from beyond the arc, and sometimes when they're just throwing them up, you pretty much know they're not going to go in, or you can kind of bank on that. Today is a complete different story, and especially in that second half, they hit 8 threes, 10 in the game, and Yellow, as you mentioned, Preston Yellow hit a couple of big ones, but it kind of didn't matter once, shooting is contagious. And when one guy hits 1 or 2 and then the next guy steps up and fires one, Sean Smith hits a big one too. And I think they were just able to feed off of that. And maybe it was defensively just a little bit late in coming to cover, I guess.
Yeah, what I mean, I thought overall, 30 out of the 32 minutes we did what we needed to do defensively. I thought we were moving, playing our hands up, keeping it out of the high post. And, but again, in the locker room, I mean, there's guys in the locker room that played 64 minutes this weekend. That's a lot of basketball early on. And, most of them played, in the higher 50 minutes between the two nights. So, and that's part until we really get some depth developed. They're going to have to play those minutes. So these back-to-back double, are hard to begin the season with. So,
what are the biggest takeaways you get out of this one from your offensive standpoint? I mean, it was another good offensive game. You've hit 60 for 2 games in a row, and that's usually a pretty good number in AA basketball.
Yeah, I thought we shot the ball, fairly well. It seems like our sideline and baseline out of bounds plays, we're just making kind of some careless mistakes. So we need to clear that up, and then I didn't want to really overload them too much with getting a bunch of sets in. We're going to kind of go back to our base offense a little bit and work that some more. And then we have a couple other sets where we can get, coop the ball inside and a couple of other actions off of that. So we're going to put those in. It was kind of hard to see, like, what do we really need in, so now we kind of know, and, we get to go back to work on Monday, and, we definitely have some things to work on. But I thought, overall for the weekend, we did a lot of things very well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting season the way you guys played this weekend. You got Sturgis first, then Spearfish next weekend. That'll be a couple of more good tests, but I think when you get the home crowd and around you for the first time on Friday, that Sturgis matchup, another good matchup and another good opportunity to just kind of continue to improve on the good things we've seen so far this weekend.
Yep, absolutely. Just gotta, get back in and get some work done and fine tune some things, defensively, and work on some things offensively. And that's a good thing about film is the film never lies. So but we always tell them no excuses. So when we see something, we're not trying to pick on you or anything, but you have to understand that that's what the expectation is, and we have to get better in some of those aspects. So
all right, Coach. Well, we'll look forward to seeing those games coming up next weekend as well. It's been a fun weekend, so we'll see you next Friday, okay?
All right, thanks again.
Larry Aker, the Governors, they do come up a little bit short today, 63-60. Hot shooting effort by the Cobblers in this one to gain the victory. Again, our Family Dental post-game, Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. And the Cobblers shot a little bit better, but again, the Governors had some leads. They had a 5-point lead in that second quarter. Cobblers ended the second quarter with a 6-0 run. And then Pierre scored the first 7 points of the second quarter. They took a 31-25 lead. But that's when Central suddenly found their stroke from the perimeter, and that's when the three-pointers started coming a little more quickly. In fact, 5 of them came in the third period, with a few more in that fourth quarter. But they all came in kind of big junctures as well, either to give the Cobblers a lead or maybe pad a margin of a lead that they had. And that's, again, how this one turned out in the end. Governors shoot 13 of 22 on the floor in the second half. Overall, unofficially 23 of 48 on the floor. They hit 5 threes in 12 tries. That included 2 late ones by Lincoln Dill, just trying to keep them close. Pierre hits 9 of 10 from the free throw line as well. Dill just leads 2 double-figure scorers in this one, and he's got 16 with team high honors there. Caden Ahart's with 12. Corday Austin with 19 last night, but 9 today. He did have a thunderous jam on a steal and a breakaway. We got to see the high-flying Corday Austin for the first time this season. Hopefully the home crowd can see that a little bit more next weekend. Corday with 9. Jaron Deal off the bench with 9 after a good 14-point effort last night as well. Deal is the team leader in rebounds today, as it turns out as well. Logan Whitty with 5 in this one. Sincere Wilson off the bench with 2. Well, actually, I missed the 6 from Cooper Terwilliger down the roster there as well. Cooper, let me fix that. He's got 8 points instead of 6 in this one. The Governors top out at 60 on the day today. But the Cobblers, a few more than that. They hit 11 of 23 in the second half, 6 of 10 in the fourth quarter on the floor, but 3-point shooting, they were 8 of 16 in the second half. They'll finish 10 of 22 from outside the arc, 21 of 39 on the floor overall, 11 of 18 from the free throw line. Julius Duran will lead the way with 23 points. Preston Yellow with 4 threes and 20 points. Duran hit 3 threes himself. Sean Smith hit a couple of bombs. He'll finish with 12 points. Owen Bissonette with 5 and Waylon Benbow with 3 to round out the Cobbler scoring. They win at 63-60. I do have the Governors with a 22-18 rebounding advantage, 7-3 also on the offensive side. Jaron Deal with 6 rebounds. Julius Duran with 7 to lead the Cobblers in this one. And again, a little bit of sloppy play at times. I think, as Coach Aker was alluding to, Governors turned it over 15 times. I'll be perfectly honest. I think 15 turnovers in a second game of the season, really not that bad. That's 2 less than I had them for last night. But Cobblers with 13 turnovers in this one, but only 2 in the second half. And I think that's a big number that should not go overlooked in this one. Cobblers with an 11-10 advantage in the assist column as well. 63-60. Rapid City wins it. They start the weekend, the season 2-0, beating Aberdeen last night. They beat the Governors here today. Governors with a win over Stevens by 8 last night, but falling by 3 to the Cobblers here today. They didn't do it. The Cobblers didn't do it without big plays. Our big plays of the game coming up is let's do some more business. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, and then we'll come back with big plays in this one. Big plays from Hermanson Endodontics are next. This is Governor Basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Well, we're back once again here at Nas Gymnasium, 63-60. Cobblers win the boys' game. Girls' game was won by the Governors as Emery Larson led Pierre with 25 points and a 61-51 win at Riggs High Gym. More on the schedule coming up momentarily. Big plays of the game. We heard from Hermanson Endodontics in that last break, and they sponsor big plays in this one. And certainly if you've been listening, you pretty much know what the big plays are. It's the three-point shooting for Rapid City Central in that second half, and they had two of them. From Preston Yellow in the third quarter. He hit another one in the fourth. Sean Smith hit a couple of big threes, and Julius Duran hit a couple of big threes. The third quarter was really the turning point in this one for the Cobblers after the Governors scored the first 7 points of the second half to take a 31-25 lead, but Central countered that with the hot shooting. Pierre was still playing well in the quarter. That was an 18-18 tie in the quarter itself, and Central still led 43-42. But again, Pierre did have a lead, but 5 threes from Central kind of helped them come back. Even though they didn't hit any 2-point shots, they hit 3 free throws along with 5 threes for their 18 points in the third. The Governors seemingly a little more workmanlike in the way they were getting their scoring in that second half. But sometimes when you're trading 2s for 3s, obviously the math just doesn't work out in your favor. And Rapid City Central's three-point shooting with the Hermanson Endodontics big plays in this game today. Central able to use the threes also to build a 7-point lead at one point, their biggest of the afternoon. The scoring still 18-18 in the third, 20-18 in favor of Central in the fourth, but a couple of late threes to try to keep Pierre close by Lincoln Dilgis did help that scoring out. Central did win the fourth quarter by what seemed like a bigger margin than just 20-18. They win the ball game, though, 63-60, and their big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Got a player of the game to single out as well. Players of the game come to us from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and we'll give one to the Cobblers in this one, but Lincoln Dilgis leads Pierre with 16 points. Caden Ahart's with 12. Seeing Caden being more the point guard, and maybe he's going to be the one that's relied upon to be the point guard in this one. In this season ahead, but to see him get 12 points, and as long as he doesn't try to get into the lane and do some things against guys that are bigger than him where the matchup just doesn't turn out in his favor. We saw that a few times today, but I thought Ahart's played a pretty good game. I mentioned him with 12. I have to correct the math. It's 11 points that Ahart's has in this one, but still a pretty good ball game. Austin and Deal, among others, playing well also today. But the Cobblers had 2 players really stand out in this one. We'll pick one of them after you hear this from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fall means hunting, sporting events, school activities. It means busy. Delicious, on-the-go, fresh foods from Cowboy Country Stores make life easy. Delight in the Champs Chicken Tenders Special. 6 tenders, just $8. 8 for $10 and 10 for $12. Add delicious sides and you're set. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken.
Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre with players of the game for the Central Cobblers. A pat on the back to Sean Smith, who hit some big shots in the second half, but more of the big shots were being hit by Preston Yellow. He had the 20 points, and again, he hit some big free throws, but he also had some big steals. I've got him with 4 steals in this game. Preston Yellow is a good point guard for the Cobblers to have. But Julius Duran was hitting big shots all throughout as well. This is a good player, 6'4" senior, 23 points and a game high, 7 rebounds in this game as well. He'll be our player of the game. And I've already handed one off to Coach TJ Hay to give to Julius Duran, today's Cowboy Country Store's player of the game, as the Cobblers defeat the Governors 63-60. Rapid City Schools have Mitchell and Huron on the road next weekend. The Governors have Sturgis and Spearfish. Girls hit the road to go out to Sturgis Friday night, Spearfish Saturday afternoon. Girls games to be heard on KGFX with Justin Cowart next Friday and Saturday. And I'll have the Governors at home from Riggs High Gym as they'll open their home schedule with the Sturgis Scoopers Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off, 6:30 with the pregame here on River 92.7. They'll play Spearfish on Saturday afternoon, and that game scheduled to be at 2 o'clock. So we'll look forward to more of a similar style of play. Governors with some good things, obviously things to work on after this first weekend of the season. For those on the road, and certainly winter driving, a part of today's return efforts for Governor travelers and for Rapid City, Stevens, and Central fans who will be coming back out west, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all, don't veer for deer, but also think twice in this case of ice. Slow down. Drive with the conditions. You've got someplace to be. It starts with you. A reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Our thanks to William Wilson for running the show in studio, technical direction, Caleb Brozick on camera. You can rewatch both games of the weekend on the GoGovs Live YouTube feed from Live Ticket and GoGovs.live. Governors beat Stevens last night, but today's final score here at Rapid City Central, the Cobblers knock off the Governors by the score of 63-60. Final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Till we meet with you again on Friday night. By the way, Governor Wrestling, real quick. Governor boys are in 4th place at the Rapid City Invite. Looks like they'll stay there as they wrestle through the championships, but Alex Odakoven of the Governors is the 144-pound champion. The Governor girls had 3 wrestlers in the finals, and I imagine they're doing pretty well scoring wise, even though I haven't been able to see the scores of the girls Rapid City Invitational. We'll have updates on those from Justin Cowart at drgnews.com once Monday rolls around. Wrestlers will be in action in this week ahead, by the way, after the Rapid City Invite. In fact, I think you get a chance to see the wrestlers at home on Thursday when they host the Harrisburg Tigers. We're cutting back a little bit on our wrestling coverage just because it's kind of a crapshoot of knowing exactly when things are going to be happening. So this year we've kind of not planned as much wrestling, unfortunately. We apologize for wrestling fans for that, but that's just how the decisions came about in this one. At any rate, we'll be back on the air on Friday from Riggs High Gym. Governors against the Sturgis Scoopers for boys. We hope to see you then. Come out and watch these Governors. They've been pretty fun to watch here in Rapid City in the season's opening weekend. I'm Brian Oakland. Again, Governors fall to Rapid City Central 63-60. This has been a presentation of DRG Media Group Sports, your official voice of Pierre Governor Athletics. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Happy holidays, everybody.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRG Media Group. Governor Sports is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Graham Tire, and by Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service of Pierre. Thanks for listening to Pierre Governors Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.